Hello friends, welcome back. My name is PK. In this video, I will show you how we have created this safety and compliance dashboard in Microsoft Excel. As you are seeing my screen, we have created this dashboard wherein this is the overview page. We are showing here total incident, average days to resolve to a incident, and here we are showing the incidents resolved and open and escalated, and here we are showing the high and critical cases. Now here we are showing the resolution progress percentage, and this is the total incident reported by status, how many escalated, open, pending and resolved. This is the pending percentage, and here we are showing the total indicates total incident reported by location and total incident reported by severity. This is the overview page, and on the left hand side we have the slicer for department, incident type and location. You can select any location. Accordingly, the whole dashboard will be filtered, or you can select the incident type also, like chemical, electrical or any other. Then you can see the whole dashboard is getting filtered. So you can quickly see the number of incident happened according to the incident type, or even for the department also, let's say for logistic, manufacturing or security. Then here on the left hand side we have given a navigation pane. So this is the overview page. Now you can go to the incident analysis page, just click here. This is the incident analysis page, and here we are showing the total incident reported by incident type, and this is the average days to resolve by the incident type, and here we are showing the high and critical cases by incident type. This is the total incident resolved versus pending incident by the incident type. Okay, so here you can compare the total incident versus the pending incident. This is the resolution percentage by the incident type. Okay, again you can filter the data using any slicer, like by department or by location as you want. Then the next one is the compliance monitoring. Let's click here. So this is the compliance monitoring page. The first one we are showing the compliance by the department. So we can see the department wise incidents, and this is the total incident reported by the compliance type, like audit, inspection and PP check, safety drill or training. Then here we are showing the average days to resolve by compliance type. Here we are showing the resolution progress percentage by the compliance type, and this is the total incident resolved versus pending incident by compliance. Again you can filter the data by the location, incident type or the department as you want. Now here we are showing the person level analysis, and we are showing the total incident reported by the resolved by person, and this is the resolve versus pending incident by the resolve by, and here we are taking the average days to resolve by, resolution progress by resolve by, and the pending progress by the resolve by. Again you can filter the data as you want, so you can see the analysis here. Now next one is the monthly trends. In the monthly trends we are showing the total incident reported by the months, or here we are showing the pending progress by the month, resolve versus pending incident by the month, average days to resolve by the month, and here the resolution progress percentage by the month. Alright, so this is the dashboard which we have created to show the all data in the different dimension using the slicers. Also you can filter the data as per your requirement. Now I will show you how you can update your data, because this is a ready to use dashboard, and you can just put your data and just refresh. Whole dashboard will be refreshed according to your requirement. First let's go to the file, go to the options, and here just go to the advanced and just scroll it down. Let's open this show sheet tab. Now we can see all the sheet tabs here, like overview, incident analysis, compliance monitoring, personal analysis and monthly trend. Now we have a data also. In the data we have the record ID, reported by, department, location, incident type, compliance type, date reported, status, severity, days to resolve, resolved by, and then here we have the corrective action, yes or no, and then we have here some calculations. We just have put the formulas to calculate incident resolved, open and escalated, pending and the other one. Okay, so this is just the if formula. You can see if status is open or escalated, then open and escalated. Okay, then we are showing here 1, otherwise 0. Okay, then we are taking the sum of this column. Now to create these all chart, we have created a support sheet wherein we are putting all the pivot tables. So this is the overview. We have put here overview. So these all pivot tables for the overview page, like total incident reported. This is a pivot table. Let's go to the show field list. Here you can see this is the total incident reported. Okay, then average days to resolve, incident resolved, open and escalated, and high end critical cases. So this is what we have taken here. Now we are taking the sum here. You can see, just right click, go to the show field list, and here open and escalated. You can see we are taking this one that is available here in the data. This is the calculated field. Okay, to update your data, you just need to remove this data till here only. Don't remove the formula, just delete this, and now you can put your data here and adjust the range of the formula. And once all data is available like this, then you can go to the data tab and just say refresh all. Don't change the column header here because that is depend on the pivot table. If you change the column, it might show some error in the pivot table. Okay, and it will not present in the chart. Now these all the pivot table we have created for the overview page. Now here we have put the incident analysis, which is the second page. You can see now the pivot tables are starting for the second page. These all pivot tables, all right, till here. Now this is for the compliance monitoring, next page till here. Then this is for the next page, and this is monthly trend. You can see, all right. So we have created all the pivot tables for the all charts available in the various pages like here, and then on the basis of these pivot table we have created the charts. Now if you want to learn in detail how to create these type of pivot table using the calculated field and how to create some other calculation and the design formatting everything in the pivot table, and how we can create this type of charts using the pivot table and the dashboard, you can join our Udemy course. We have given the link in the video description box. Okay, I will show you how you can create this type of charts also. Let's say pending percentage. So here in the overview we are showing the pending percentage that is available here. This is pending progress, that is the 25%, and the transparent area we have taken the 75%. So what we have done here, we have created a calculated field. So let's click on the pivot table, go to the pivot table, analyze, field list item, and calculated field. So if I show you, I have created so many pivot tables here. You can see now we have put here pending progress, and that is the transparent area, which is 1 minus or the 100% minus pending progress or the pending percentage. Okay, now on the basis of this we have created this kind of donuts chart. Now let me show you how you can create that. Just select the pivot table, click anywhere, then go to the insert and insert a donut chart. Now we can see here this is in the different color and this is in the different color. All right, now let's click on this, and we don't want to show these type of buttons, so just go to the pivot chart analyze, because this is a pivot chart. Go to the field button and just say hide all. Now just double click. Now just click here and we will delete this. Now you can see 25% is actually our percentage, rest is not our percentage, so we can delete that. All right, so now here we have displayed in this way. So what we can do, just select this all, right click, go to the format data series and change the donut hole size, take around 80 or 85%. And now here you can change the color as you want. So let's say I'm taking this light color or little darker. All right, now select this one, this slice, just double click here, or first I will suggest just select all and just remove the shape outline, choose as no outline. Now just select this 25% slice, this one, just double click, go to the fill and line, fill, border, and say solid line. Now here you can choose the color little darker, let's say I'm taking this one, and just make this slightly bigger. width around 5 point or take around 7 point or 8 point. You can keep like this also if you want, or what you can do, just double click here, and here you can take the dash type. So let's take this dash type, port 1 dash. So now our chart will look like this, or if you take the third one, then it will look like this. All right. Now you can change the cap type also. This is flat. You can take the round, then you can see it is round, or you can take the square also. So this is square. All right. So it's up to you which one you want to take. So let's say I'm taking the flat, and I want to increase this width also. So let me take here 15, or if it is bigger, then take 10. And you can take this test type also, so that you can see some smaller dots there. And if you make this round now, then it will look like this in the round, or you can take the square, then it will look like this. Okay. Now we can change the color of this also. So just go here and take the solid fill, and let's take the same color. So it will look like this, similar to this one. Okay. So we can create like this also, and we can say this is the 25%, or you can add the data labels. Let's undo this and then add the data labels from here. Then you can move this here, and you can move this here. Okay, and you can just show the categories also. Right click, go to the format data label, and just show the category. For this one we can delete, just this one, delete. So this is pending progress, or as you want you can present it. Now if you want to learn more about how we can create this type of dashboard, you can join our Udemy course. We will explain each and everything there. All right friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and please subscribe my channel to get the regular update of my videos. Thank you so much for the watching.